What's going on out there, American truckers? Hope all of you are doing great, staying safe, staying out of trouble. I was just reading an article that CDLLife put out. I'll link the article in the description below. I'm using a different mic on my headset, so I'll try not to breathe into it too much for y'all. But anyway, CDLLife did this article, came out on the 22nd of April, and it's about speed limiters. The FMCSA and the ATA are getting together and proposing speed limiters for big trucks, for commercial vehicles. Here's the crazy part. They are researching and coming up with ideas for speed, right? The lowest speed suggested was 60 miles per hour. The highest speed suggested was 68. And that would be a requirement on all commercial vehicles, owner operators, company drivers, lease drivers, everybody. I'm assuming that would also be dump trucks, gravel haulers, everybody, all the way around the board. Um, Everybody that falls under FMCSA, DOT. But I'm going to be linking this down below in the description. I don't agree with speed limiters like that. I don't. Do you know what that would do to the highway if they put all of us at the same exact speed? Imagine every truck in America at the same speed. Think about it. You think you got traffic jams now? Wait till you got two knuckleheads trying to pass each other because one's 20 pounds lighter than the other. So he's trying to catch a hill and pass the other guy. You know, you'll have traffic backed up from city to city with some knucklehead trying to do that because nobody's gonna stay in the right lane. You're gonna still have people trying to pass somebody, or maybe they got new tires on their truck, so they're able to do a tenth of a mile per hour faster than the other guy's got older tires on his truck. I mean, that's craziness. That to me isn't safety. I don't know what the end goal is or what their benefit is really by putting speed limiters on, but I don't think it's safety. It's got something to do with something else. It doesn't make any sense. Not only that, but you're talking about putting speed limiters on trucks. At the same time, you're talking about a shortage of drivers. So there's freight not getting hauled because there's not enough drivers to haul it all, which is hurting our infrastructure. It's hurting our economy, so they claim. So now you want to slow all the trucks down. Makes a hell of a lot of sense to me, don't it? And where is OIDA in this mix? How come OIDA is not standing up and saying something? Why isn't OIDA getting involved in this? It's bullshit. You got the People's Convoy, which I mean, they're doing their thing. But drivers, if there was anything for all of us to come together on and fight, it would be putting speed limiters, putting all of us at the exact same speed across the entire country. That is just absolutely absurd. It is. It don't even make sense. Whoever's pushing that idea has never drove trucks, and it's probably some politician up there in Washington D.C. that don't even drive themselves. They probably sit in the back seat of a limo, so they don't have to deal with it. There's so much of a disconnect between Washington D.C. and the American people, and I believe that's why our government puts out some of these rules, laws, whatever you want to call them, that are just totally absurd. I mean, they don't even make sense. I don't talk politics on this channel much, but we got to start rolling some of these people out that have been in Washington way too long. We need to start voting in some people, you know, that are more connected with reality. I don't know what's going on up there, but could you imagine, say they went with 60 or 62? Could you imagine all of us at 62 miles an hour? Do you know how many of the old school drivers would just hang their keys up and say, well, I'm done? Not only that, but now you're limiting your owner operators who are dealing with falling freight rates, you know, and higher cost of fuel, and you're limiting them even more than they're already limited. I mean, it makes no sense to push this. I suggest, and this is just me, get online, go to Washington.gov, I believe, or DC. Whitehouse.gov, I believe is the name of it. Maybe I'll link it in the description below also. And write your representatives. Write the White House. Contact these people. Flood them with emails of why putting speed limiters on trucks across the board for all of us won't work. Tell them what will happen if they do that. The amount of drivers they're probably going to lose in the industry. Think about it. If they did that and say 10% of the industry said the heck with that and quit, well, that's 10% more freight not getting hauled. They've talked this speed limiter stuff before and it's never gone through. But what's different this time is it seems to be catching momentum, whereas before it really didn't catch that much momentum. It's getting more coverage now. There's more congressmen and senators that are interested in hearing what the FMCSA and ATA have to say about speed limiters. Before we get to that point, I know about probably half of y'all right now are blaming mega carriers. I don't think mega carriers got a whole lot to do with it. And the reason being is mega carriers don't even make up 1% of the industry. You know, um, there's what, 3.7 million truckers or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but it's on up there. The largest mega carrier is Swift at 16,000 trucks. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to the whole industry. The majority of the industry is independents and owner operators. That is the majority of the industry. There's more independents and owner operators than there are. If you put all the mega carriers together, it wouldn't equal the amount of independents and owner operators that there are operating out here today in America. So please, please take the time whenever you're parked and you're bored. Get online, find out who your local representative is. Email them. Everybody has an email address nowadays. Drop them an email and let them know what your thoughts are on this speed limiter topic. Like I said, I'll probably link whitehouse.gov within the description. I'll also link um, this FMCSA article for all of you to read. Uh, by the way, all a little off topic, but there are now member programs on this channel. Uh, I do have videos that I post that are only for members only. They're not for anybody else. If, and it's more of my personal life. If you're interested in my personal life, a membership probably would work for you. If you're not interested in my personal life, then don't even worry about a membership. Just stay on this side because that's what I'm going to do on my personal or on the membership side is post more of my personal life over there. But I hope all of you are staying safe, staying out of trouble. Don't mean to mess y'all's day up with telling y'all about this speed limiter law they're trying to come out with and push, but that's what they're trying to do. And remember to be kind to one another. And even though we are dysfunctional and we may fight and argue and bicker at each other, we are all family out here. Stay safe. Keep trucking.